John asks, so a criminal is stealing my car. I draw my weapon to stop him and hold him for the police. Is that brandishing?
Oh, so now we have invoked something else as well, which is potentially citizen's arrest. I will say, and again, every situation is different. If your baby is strapped into that car, much different situation than if you just look out from your very safe home and you see somebody, rooting around inside your vehicle. If you cannot engage over property alone, we always recommend that as your first course of action, right? Because like Richard was saying, let's say that, let's say someone's trying to steal your car, you take out your weapon, you point it at them, and then they do something and you shoot them, right? Even if ultimately you're found not guilty at trial, you are arrested for murder, it is going to change your entire life. So if you cannot engage, that is the best first step. But now we're talking about, okay, they are doing something. Let's say that it is lawful in your state to protect theft of property with, let's say, again, in your state, brandishing is just a use of force, not a use of deadly force. There's some states where that's actually not true. But in most states, brandishing that weapon is a use of force. You can protect property alone. Great. So you are lawful there. Then you do have to worry about, can you make a citizen's arrest for what you're doing, which is essentially what you've done when you hold someone there after personally witnessing a crime. Those laws vary state by state as well. Bear in mind, you've generally got to have personally witnessed. In Texas, it's a felony or a breach of the peace. That's actually pretty consistent state to state as well. Felony or breach of the peace, a law that sounds a lot like that. And you can't hold them for any longer than was absolutely necessary. And then, of course, there are civil implications that I won't even
And then I'll add one more fact. What if they start running away?
Right. And then probably if they're running away, you can't discharge your weapon anyway. So
it's no longer immediate.
It's no longer immediate. So yes. So the answer, John, and that's a very interesting scenario, and I think it's one that comes up a lot and people think of a lot, is if you do have to engage, in most states, I don't know, Richard, you can agree or disagree. In most states, you are probably okay simply to use that level of force and hold them, but you need to know your state's law backwards and forwards before you engage in that activity, because there are lots of places where that won't be true, and then lots of situational factors that would make it really, really unfortunate.
Yeah, completely agree.